Hopefully you can hear me because the music is kind of loud. I'm going to show an incorrect shoulder press and a correct shoulder press. And we're going to see a lot of people there lifting 80-pound dumbbells, 90-pound dumbbells, 100-pound dumbbells, doing a shoulder press. Understanding these muscles are really small. So the way you're lifting that weight is you're involving your pec major and minor to push the weight up. So what people do is when they're doing a shoulder press, it's a wrong form. Is go on my back. And they're doing this. They're using their chest to press the weight up. But they're arching their back. Right now I'm doing an incline chest press with a shoulder press. And they always they look back up to the weight, which causes your neck to go back, which causes more of an arch in your back. You're looking back. So what the way you're supposed to do a shoulder press is don't even keep your back on the back support. So keep only your lower back on the back support. Okay, and you're gonna keep your head straight or even down. You're gonna come up. Down slow. You can see how you go on my back. You can see there's no head is straight. I'm not arching. I'm not moving my head back. If you go to my back, you can see that I'm not on my back support. You don't want to stay on the back support because again you're going to tend to use your chest to help you because you're arching. So don't even do the incline shoulder press on the bench because then again you're still working. You're gonna tend to bring your chest involved into the muscle. So focus on the muscle. Don't worry about the weights. Okay. I'm doing like 35, 40-pound dumbbells. That's all I need. I don't need 100 pounds, 80 pounds. If I'm doing 180 pounds, it means I'm using my chest. It means my whole body come up. So stay seated doing a shoulder press. Don't stand up neither. My friend had a good add-on to my previous clip about the belts. People using belts doing a shoulder press. Like, you're not doing squats, so why you gotta lift so heavy with a shoulder press? You don't need a belt to lift small little muscles in your shoulders. You don't need that unless you're doing like a clean and press. Maybe you're lifting heavy weight, but for shoulders you don't need to wear a belt. It's not a heavy weight. That's it for that. But I'm gonna show you a lateral raise and how I do them. So this is actually my workout in time. So you can get an idea of how I train. And you're gonna see I sit down all the time. And I don't stand up because when you stand up, you're gonna tend to swing your arms and everything else. So you don't want that problem. And I tend to lean a little bit forward so I don't go back and use the cheeks a little bit. And I control the weight. After like 8 or 9, I know I'm already done, and I don't go all the way down on my first ones because I want to keep the tension on my shoulders. So as I start to fatigue, I'm gonna go lower and lower just to get a little aid to help me come up a bit more. Because doing a lateral raise like this, this movement only this far is really hard because you're still focusing on your delts. So when you're coming down, this is a rest. Taking a rest. They're relaxing. said in another video about the purpose of the shoulder is to raise the arm away from your body. So when it's at this position, you're just at rest. So try not to be right here all the time. Only for the last reps, you need to go way down to get that help come up. On the first, like 5, try to go away from your hips. For me, it'll be right here. I'm still tensing my shoulders. After 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, I have to go way down to get a help. Take a little rest. So I recommend that focus on the shoulder, keep the tension on it, and then when you start to fatigue, go low, take a little break, and then come up to come over to your shoulder width. We're not going higher than that because then you're gonna work your traps more. So just keep it shoulder width, have a light, small bend in your elbow. You can have a little rotation in your wrist because you don't want to be up. So you be flexing your bicep. So we're gonna keep the wrist turned down. Holding your grip, you keep the elbows a little bit higher than your wrist. You don't want your wrist higher than your elbow. You want to keep your elbow higher than your wrist, something like this. A little bit. Something else. That's it for that. Oh, okay. So we're going to use the lateral raise machine, and I'm going to show the placement is very important because if you have misalignment when you're setting up for the lateral raise, you won't be working your shoulder anymore. You'll be working your traps. You don't feel uncomfortable. Like you said, you felt like you don't feel comfortable doing it. So I'm explaining something that when you're gonna start, you're just gonna sit down. And the way you know your level or not is by looking at the hinge joint. So on the hinge joint, you should be going towards your shoulders. There should be a straight line in the hinge, right from my shoulder to here. If you're too high, you're off a line, or if you're too low, you're off a line. Okay. So you want to keep your chest forward, and you're going to actually keep your hands back here like this. Right? And you're going to raise your arm without bringing your arms forward. And you're going to just bring the grips towards you. Don't reach for the grips, because now you're in the middle of the pad. So you want to keep back. Reach up like a robot, grab, and pull back towards you. You don't have to grip it tight. Sorry, tight. You have a loose grip, because if you grip it too tight, for one thing, you'll actually move off the pad because you're gripping it so tight, and you're working your form, you're tensing your form so much. So what I tend to do is I just tend to keep my whole form flat against the pad, and I just lightly grip it like this. That way I keep my whole form. So your whole form should be on the pad. Okay, if you're back here, you're bad. If you're too far in front, you're not getting the whole benefit of the pad. So you want to keep your whole form flat against the pad. Like this, flat. And you're going to come up. Don't go too high, because you go this high like this, you're going to work out your traps. You're going to feel tension in your traps. So just shoulder level, down slow, light grip. I'm not gripping it tight. The only reason why you want to grab it tight is the last couple of reps is going to be hard. So you want to actually wake up your nervous system by gripping it tight to help you come up and then down slow for the last couple of reps. If you're lifting really heavy, you want to tense you're going to want to grip. So for any workout, if you want to actually have an extra rep or two, grip the bars tight, grip the dumbbell tight, and focus on just tensing that bar or dumbbell or machine to help you come up. So that's going to awaken your nervous system to help you lift the weight up for the last rep. And that's it for this video. I did a lot of shoulder presses and lateral raises and stuff, so now I turned it into a Roman press. So this works your shoulders and also a bit of your upper chest. If you do, I like to do singles, and then I go right into a double together, and I'm going in, working my shoulders and also squeezing my chest. Just kind of filling my upper chest. So when you set up, you want to do a sumo squat position. Come up, and you're going to rotate your wrist and grab. So you'll keep if you do your right leg, right hand, the right leg will be back, and it's going to support you because you might need to twist during the press. So we'll keep it shoulder width. Straight up. Little turn, you're working your abs too. you want, you can hold your abs to focus on keeping your core tight while you come up. If you want. Switch. I already finished my shoulder workout, so I'm just showing you what I did. I did actually almost 3 plates. I'm not gonna do that right now. So same way. So my left arm, left foot back, keeping your core tight. A little twist, not much. Forward squeeze. Grip. I keep the ball with my right upper chest. And then rest and come up. You're looking at your shoulders and your chest. Slow. It's hard to transition from there to a sumo squat, so I tend to twist it down and drop it. And yeah, I'll say, oh yeah, one thing is if you're going to go heavier and heavier for like an explosive movement, because it's actually explosive movement. I'm doing it with really slow time under tension, but this is actually an explosive movement for like good for football players and stuff like that. So you will have to actually twist into a little squat and thrust up if you want to do an explosive, movement going up. Also good for MMA too, because you're doing like uppercuts and strong punches. So you guys do more of a twist into it and go up. But I'm not doing explosive movements, doing like time under tension, slow, coming up and focusing on my shoulders, not on an explosive training. So that's why I do it slow. And I tend not to twist too much, but when you're going heavier, you care about explosiveness, you will have to start bending your knee into like a lunge kind of, and then twist, you're working your obliques, and you're coming up. So you want to get to it's like you're going to punch your body and come up to your uppercut kind of. So that's what, that's it. That's if you want to do explosive movements for sports. And that's it.